Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in for this episode. It's 2.5 and 2.5. Today, it's a little cold, but I just got back from meeting with a client, and it was a male client, and our conversation actually encompassed a large portion of that conversation talked about his actual sex drive and testosterone production. He thought that it had been decreasing significantly, over the course of the past 5 years or so. His sex drive was really slim to none, so to speak, and he thought that it was starting to affect his relationship. So we spent a significant amount of time again talking about some of the things, especially foods and how it could increase testosterone production. But in the grand scheme of things, testosterone is really kind of a secondary hormone, because what happens is that what I find is that when so many people are inflamed and stressed and have so many things going on in the body, that the body in and of itself does not want to think about procreation. If it's stressed, or if it can't regulate insulin, or if it can't regulate other hormones, testosterone tends to fall by the wayside. And so one of the illustrations that I use and I love to use is really kind of explains what happens as you age in testosterone production. And I kind of liken it to a seesaw. Now, you have kind of like a seesaw like this, and on one side you have, let's say, testosterone. On the other side you have insulin, or let's say cortisol, or something along those lines. And again, you want to try to find that perfect balance in between the two. But what happens is that over the course of time, with processed foods and stress and smoking and drinking and all sorts of other things, what happens is that those hormones that are basically generated because of the poor diet and the poor choices that we've made, it tends to increase. And that seesaw tends to be skewed significantly in favor of the insulin, cortisol, whatever hormone that is. Now the other side is testosterone production. What happens, again, let me rephrase. This also applies to women as well. But as that seesaw tends to be tilted down, you have testosterone on this side. Well, again, when you buy supplements, people come to the store and they want to buy something that increases testosterone production. Maybe they take testosterone. But what happens is, again, you're trying to artificially move that seesaw. Now, again, the way that you do that is through supplements or herbs or something. That it's like that you put your feet on a seesaw and you kind of support yourself and you jump back up to try to get it back in balance. Well, what happens is, because of the nature of this other side of the seesaw, it may be pushed up, but eventually it's going to come right back down again. And that's the way that your body manufactures and, again, treats testosterone. Because you're going to be so weighed on the other side of the seesaw that it's going to be hard for testosterone actually to increase and get that sex drive back up. So what do I suggest? Again, instead of trying to find ways to prop this side up and to do artificially increase testosterone production, look at decreasing the other side of the seesaw. So reducing, the way that your body handles insulin or cortisol or, growth hormones, or things of, that nature. Again, by trying to decrease that other side over here, you can find a greater balance between the two. So again, the way that you can do that is through foods. I have a great program, the My Fit Through Foods program. I think is an excellent opportunity to lower that other side. But if you like this, subscribe to this channel, send me a message, comment on it, whatever you want, in terms of just getting the word out there in terms of foods. I appreciate you guys taking the time. Again, if you want some information about testosterone production, increasing that through food, send me a message and I'll be more than happy to do it. You guys have a great day. See ya.